I wouldn't bet it. So no, I would bet that. I would bet that maybe it's not with the Warriors, or maybe it's not with this rendition of the Warriors. I mean, Steph Curry has years left to play in the NBA. There's a lot that can happen. Things change very quickly, and there's things that we never thought we would see that we are now experiencing, including LeBron playing with the Lakers at all. So I don't know that I can jump to it's the end of that conversation, which, look, I didn't want to participate in the Steph Curry is as good as LeBron James conversation to begin with, but it clearly is one that is boiling. So where I would agree with you as far as this series goes, if it ends in 5, that feels icky. It doesn't feel good. If it goes 6 or 7, it feels a little better, yes. But as far as it being, is it ending the story of Steph Curry catching LeBron? I mean, if Steph goes on to next year win an MVP or win another championship, he still has plenty of story left to write as an individual. I think this dynasty as it's currently assembled has more to lose as a whole if they lose tonight than Steph Curry individually. But I also am coming from a place where I think there's so much that LeBron has done in this league that it is not a disrespect at all to Steph Curry to say that LeBron is still in a different category.
Okay, but this is where I'm confused, because if you're saying that the dynasty could end with a loss tonight,
right,
then Steph is going to join or build another dynasty at age 35?
I mean, LeBron left the Miami Heat, who went to 4 straight finals, went to Cleveland that hadn't won a championship and won a championship there, albeit at a different time.
Right.
But that was a dysfunctional organization that couldn't put players together when they had him the first time. Then went to the Lakers and won another championship. I think it's too soon to tell that Steph won't be a part of another championship team.
That's fair. I would not bet on that. If we assume that the dynasty is going to implode, I don't think Steph will ever leave Golden State. I don't see that. So now the question is, could he win one if the dynasty were to implode? I don't bet against Steph, so I can understand it being possible. But Joy and Slick had both hit the nail on the head. Like, that mar would be very ugly if they get gentlemen swept. Shady, let me try to iron out and massage one point home, though. Because what you're saying is accurate. When you're like, look, AD's the main factor, what about AD? But, we don't have time to count all the coins of the conversations of sports. We try to pay with credit. We don't have time to mention, well, when LeBron lost in 2015, Kyrie got hurt after game 1, let alone Kevin Love wasn't even there. In 2016, we barely have time to mention, but Draymond got suspended. Like, you gotta, rush that in before somebody says that happened. We don't have time to mention all the nuances. When LeBron lost to the Suns in the first round, AD was hurt. We don't mention that.
Ray Allen's double clutch 3.
Versus Spurs, you're talking about Miami. We don't have time, Shady, that you are 1,000% correct. I am not saying you are wrong. I'm simply saying what you are saying is irrelevant to the greater conversation of big picture sports. That's all.
I just think that when you're playing the best of the best, right? They both at elite level. That's all we talk about. I think it matters. I think that if it's an issue if Anthony Davis, if he's the biggest factor. If he don't play well, they lose. If LeBron plays, if AD don't play well, they lose. Compared to you would want it to be like LeBron. If Curry don't play well, they lose. Where if LeBron doesn't play well, I think they still win. And that is a big issue when you compare Steph Curry and LeBron.
What about the fact that the only game the Warriors won was when Klay balled? Klay was the one who went crazy in the game the Warriors won. Klay was the one who went 8 for 11 for 3. Steph had 12 dimes, but what about that aspect?
Well, this is what I'm saying. If we talk about the main 2 players, right? Yeah. And on the Warriors, the biggest impact is Steph Curry. It should be the same for LeBron James. He should be the biggest impact on the Lakers, and he's not. So my thing is, if whoever has the biggest impact in the whole series, that's what we should be talking about. And it should be Steph Curry, and it should be LeBron James.
Joy, you said yesterday that LeBron does have the biggest impact in your mind. You still stand by that?
Yeah, because I still think that LeBron is the leader of the team. What LeBron is doing and setting up and instilling and teaching and all of those intangibles and what he does on the court is the most important. But I feel like that almost goes without saying. LeBron is always going to be that. He's been that to every team he's ever been on, whatever situation the team has been in. But where I would agree with Shady, and it's undeniable, is Anthony Davis is the biggest factor in the series.
Yes.
His size, his defensive presence, and when he scores at a high level, they win. When he doesn't, they lose. It's similar to the statistic of Kevin Durant and Devin Booker scoring more than 60, they win. There are certain statistics that we can look at and be like, that's what it is.
All the adjustments, another thing, all the adjustments for the Lakers is to stop Steph Curry. All the adjustments for the Warriors to stop the Lakers is for Anthony Davis. Let's keep it 1,000.
He's exactly right.
Come on, now.
I guess, Slick, is my final thought, and then you conclude this conversation. My final thought is this. If we're talking about LeBron James needs to be more important because Steph has been more important, in 3 of Steph's 4 titles, many would submit he was not the most important player. In 2015, Iguodala won Finals MVP. LeBron got the second most votes. But on the losing team, Steph did not get a Finals MVP vote. In 2017 and 2018, Kevin Durant won Finals MVP. So the same argument that you are using, which I think is accurate,
we going at it.
the same argument you're using, which I think is accurate, some would simply say, well, then Steph hasn't been the most important player but one time on his 4 titles.
I just feel like this. Right now, in their levels, because I feel like at that point, Steph Curry, he's not as big as he is right now. We never really had it like LeBron against Steph.
Right.
Come on, dog. LeBron was running over the league. Now it's like, hold up. Steph Curry might surpass LeBron. Who would ever say that? Today they saying it. So what I'm telling you is, at this point in their careers, not back then, right now, Imano versus Imano, big dog versus big dog. Well, big dog versus bigger dog. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Come on now.
No, but that's
America. I'm holding y'all down, baby. It's 2 against 1. I gotta hold it down for us.
we're with you, Shay. We're with you. I'm just saying that when we close our eyes, and look, we can go back and forth to your point, like there's so many nuances, there's so many elements that it gets kind of silly to try to compare guys when there's so many variables, right? But we all do it in our mind's eye. When we close our eyes and we have that hierarchy of players, we place them in a certain place. And I can't help but feel that as we go into this game, depending on what happens, that when we close our eyes and we see LeBron and we see Steph, that if it's in 5 games, it's going to be like this. And that's just going to happen.
I get you.
Five games,
He's always bigger anyway.
5 games is ill. It's not great.
It is.
That
At home.
we're going to find out.
Yeah.
Oh, I cannot wait to watch that.